Hi, Leo, and welcome. This is your July 2022 read for Leo's Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. Oh my gosh. It's like I'm living two separate lives. Do you feel that way? Is that what's going on? Why did I say that? It's like beach life versus city life kind of feel right now for some of you. All right, I'm using the Gilded Tarot Royale. Let's get started for Leos for July. Yeah, confliction. The conflict is within. What's the conflict? We'll figure it out together. But this is a conflict. It could be of interest. It could be an inner conflict like what the intro was. I feel like I'm being torn between two places I love, two people I love, right? Let's get more insight. Love. Oh my gosh. Conflicted about love. But is this love of self? Is the conflict, will I ever love again? What is it that I love? Whom is it that I love? And where is it that I love? Maybe this whole question of the common denominator of love is the conflict of interest, right? Because we can't really, you have to feel your way. You can't assume that you're going to follow the path of your ego. The growth of the inner self of love and or the love of a mother. Are you a mother, right? If you're a mother, well, yeah. Are you pregnant? Oh my gosh. Maybe there are some inner conflicts about, oh, you just found out that you're pregnant. And you went through a couple of IVF cycles for sure. Congratulations, massive. If that is indeed the case, you have been successful to become the mom. If you are a mom already and you have this inner conflict of maybe you're questioning the love that you have for others that don't show you that love that you have, right? Because we can be, Leos, you guys are loving to a fault, and you have the strength and endurance to do so because that's what you show to the world. You show your love to the world where others say, wow, that's a conflict for me because I don't feel that love for myself. So how can I, feel that for you? This could be like your circle of peeps that are just not vibing with you any longer because you have excelled, ascended into a new vibrational feeling of who you represent and what you are to yourself and the world, what you show, right? These are beautiful cards. And so is this, because you can't feel and grow in self-love unless you've gone through the dark night of the soul and you've been there, done that with those people that have been extracted from your life that no longer can viably vibrate on the same energetic fragrance that you show to the world. Got it? So you could be, Leo, extracting people from your life as we speak because they're not on the same level that you are any longer, right? And it could be your circle of friends and family. I mean, come on. It happens, right? So it's time now to take whatever action that you're going to take and be guided by spirit to take it. Well, this is a spiritual ascension. You are ascending spiritually, and those people that are not going to follow, they can't follow you. They can't go with you. You can't take these people with you. So they're going to what? They're going to drop off. They're not going to drop off in any way that's negative, but they need to go through their own sense of circumstances, right, in order to see that you had to do your own thing, and that you are now spiritually being guided by the action of spirit to go forward. There could be a mother figure on the other side, or a grandmother, someone who has great love for you, also showing you this love, guiding you to become your highest self, right? So, I mean, this is beautiful. Are you kidding me? To know that you have ascended to a higher level of consciousness. That's the difference. This is not one of what a lot of people talk about, you know, being woke and all that stuff. When you have achieved and attained this self-love on the highest realm of spirit, you don't talk about it. You just don't. But others will. Others will, because that's the conflict. And it's not yours to take. So you just drop them right off. And here, spiritually, oh my God, mother and father, are you kidding me right now? This also could be you and or your significant person, but I'm telling you right now, I feel that you are being spiritually guided by a mother and father figure, grandparents, what have you, on the other side, that are showing you the way forward in such a period right now for you, Leo's growth, substance, authenticity, freedom. The full moon in Cancer, right? Becoming a parent. It's huge. Being a parent takes a lot of patience, because what we do as a parent bleeds into a child, and we become either someone that they look up to or someone that we have conflict with. So I feel that in some ways, Leos, that the conflict that arises in some of you, for some of you, is the fact that as a parent and as a couple, whether you're with the baby mama or daddy, doesn't matter. The issue of the conflict is the way that you seek to show your love to others and to your own selves, right? How you love one another, how you respect each other, whether you're with that person or not. There's still issues of how you go about becoming this Trinity, right? Heavenly Father, Blessed Mother, and Holy Spirit. Hello. And as you go about your spiritual journey, knowing that this is the polarity, the yin and yang of, well, you know, you're definitely going to see eye to eye with some people and not with others. So if others have fallen off the grid the last 5 months, or maybe the upcoming 5 months, it is going to show you, and it's going to be very clear. You're going to see very clearly, Leos, who is staying in for the long haul and who isn't. Who is on your path and who isn't. Right? The bottom of the deck. I mean, seriously. Who shows up when all the chips are down? Right? When we have gone through the sorrow and the pain, who comes in to help without question? Helping our children. Spirit is guiding you and your children. Spirit is guiding someone who's pregnant, right? Making sure that you're being placed with the right person in order to achieve a healthy pregnancy. Okay? And what happens, right, when this happens? When you find out you're pregnant, or you are a mother and or you are a father. Children have this way of stripping us down to our core. Do they not? They show us, as we do them, the love that we have in our hearts. As we learn from the experiences going forward, through our life experiences, one experience at a time, we show and teach our children that love and how love, right, whether it's given and or received, it's a hardship. It's the difference between, right, tough love and, just giving in. That could also be the tug of war that goes on here, and that makes, right, some children, some of you that have children, there's a tug of war because, it could be a competition. Someone could be feeling, there's no thinking, there's feeling a competition in some way, shape, or form. And even though vastly different that we are all individually as humans on this earth plane, we must realize that the call to be a parent and to show how we show our love to ourselves, to our people, to family members, mom, dad, significant others, divorcees, baby daddies, baby moms, whatever, is the line, is where we draw that horizon, that line on the horizon, which is right here, is drawn to show us the way forward from how we seek to show it, to give it, to feel it, to speak it. And so the driving force of this union of two people having a child or getting pregnant, so many thoughts come with that. So many thoughts that are subconsciously driving us forward, not even sometimes knowing that subconsciously we're being driven toward a certain belief systems, learning experiences, and we are sharing those experiences with our loved ones and our loved ones of being our children. So the question here is not to question if I'm a good mom or I'm a good dad, but to see that the dynamic of let's not compete against one another, not only as as siblings, if there are siblings, but I don't want to compete with my person either. So the actual denominator, like I said, the common denominator in your reading is this Ace of Cups. It's how you grew up with your dynamic of your family, how you showed love. It's how you're doing it now with your child, with your children, and or as you were a child. That's the family unit here, whereby you are being guided by spirit And like I said, it could be a subconscious knowing that we do come into this world with these people, places, and things that we had no idea that we're going to land where we're landing as a parent, as an individual, and as a family unit. And that is the reading of how we see that. How can you connect the dots? The thread that I speak of on the horizon talks all about the love that you've been given, the love that you give, and the love that you receive, not only from your family unit, but the beliefs, everything. This is everything. The 8, the universe, the universal spoken feeling of love that comes from the heart that matters, right, is going forward, showing that love the way that you receive that love. But we don't end up wanting to be our parents. We don't. We change the narrative because sometimes we don't feel that their decisions, their belief systems were the same as ours. So that hence comes the conflict. But the conflict of interest is not to point the finger and blame them for what they knew only how to love themselves, let alone a child, you being the child and or your siblings or what have you. But the issue at hand is knowing that you're subjecting a certain type of belief system as a parent from your side and their side and your side. Together, you're a unit, combining this with, a child's love, teaching them that they're individuals and they're not competing against one another is a huge undertaking. So if you are pregnant and you're now, wow, how am I going to Tommy now has a brother, and Tommy's brother comes with a stepfather in the mix, and I'm the mom. Well, is my stepdad gonna love me like he loves his own blood? Or am I gonna treat my stepson or what have you the same way that I will treat this child of ours? It is the unity of family and how we are being led and guided to understand the dynamic of the love that we have been given during our childhood and the beliefs systems that we were given as children, and what conflicts arose then in our lives, and how we're going to change the narrative, yet the narrative somehow remains the same. So what does it do? It strips us of everything. It strips us down to the core of our soul in order to feel our way through the way that Spirit is showing us. So if you are having a conflict of interest with your children and they're competing against one another, or you're competing against the husband and or wife, you're two as a couple, family, mom, dad competing, just know that this is not a competition. It is a union that you have been bound to by Spirit to have children in whatever way, IVF or the natural ways of having children. But the message is about how we teach our children. That's the message. I'm using the Light Seers deck to now go a little deeper into this because, what do we say? The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, right? I mean, come on, we know that. But we don't want to see it sometimes. We don't want to say, oh, there's a lot of us. Come on. Almost every one of us at one time in our lives have said, oh my God, I don't want to be like my mom. Oh my God, I just turned out like my dad. Okay, Leos, let's see. What else would Spirit like for you to know? So, going forward, seek Spirit's guidance of go with the flow. Take the edge off and just go with the flow. With yourself, with your person, with your peeps, with whomever, especially your children. Teach your children the way forward by going with the flow and not making it somewhat of a competition where one will feel more loved than the other. It's not easy. Okay, one more. It's not easy, Leo. I attest to that. I had the same situation with growing up in my family with my mom and my sister. Right? The smarter one, the prettier one, the whatever one. But not realizing that we are one and we are the one. Right? So let's come together in union to celebrate the union of family, the union of the differences of ourselves, the love that we have had in our lives, and how we portray that as a parent and or to our children and as children, that our whole life has revolved around just this one card, this love that we have in our hearts. And to give of that love may be conflicting, that's my niece, may be conflicting because one feels more important than the other. Oh yeah, my sister got all the attention. Oh, my brother got all the attention. Oh, there was always competition in our family. And I certainly don't want to be the one to make that same mistake that my mom did or my dad did. All right, that's what your reading's about. We are coming together to unite, right? In the way, and the most important way, are the differences that come with the love in our hearts. I'm not going to tell you that there was any less love for my siblings from my mom and dad, even though it was treated as such. That was an egoic. That's egoic. So the love that comes from the heart, to show that in union with all, the all, our all heart, comes with differences of opinion, differences of values, belief systems, and the way that we have been taught doesn't necessarily mean it's the way that we're going to go and show up as children for our family and our union of the dynamic of being parents, right? So come together as a couple, as a parent, your parenting styles, right? You want to come together as a parent with your person, whether you're with them or not, doesn't matter. This is a life changing, altering decision to not be and to grow through your own experiences and your own self. What you've learned from your parents will be handed down from generation to generation. The same thing goes with what you're teaching your children. And we want to embrace the growth of doing things differently, not always as they were written. So Leos, my beautiful Leos, your blessing, the blessings from Spirit, is that no matter what our differences may be, love one and love all. And shine your light in whatever fashion and truth that beholds your heart. I send you so much love and light. I am definitely doing readings. I'm also doing biofeedback. I'm starting the biofeedback as more of a emotional, because our emotions are a navigation system. So the emotional part of how you're feeling, let's dive into that. I go into that, and then we can rectify what visibly shows up as the navigation through our bodies, right? What our bodies tell us. I have a headache, my neck hurts, my knees hurt, etc. Okay? It's all mind, body, soul connect. Okay, I send you so much love and light. Take care, and I've missed you. So, bye.